Okay, once...
That's
You want the story?
of the flying saucer.
Of a flying saucer. Today's story is about a flying saucer, and I'm going to tell you what happened. One day, a little boy was with his mummy in the garden when suddenly a flying saucer landed in the middle of the garden. "Oh no," said Mummy, "what shall we do? Could be aliens attacking us." The little boy had a great idea. "Hold on, Mummy, I'm going to get my laser sword and my radio." Mummy said, "Laser sword and radio? What for?" And the little boy said, "Well, Mummy, if these aliens are hostile, if they are going to shoot us, I can defend us with the laser sword, or I can play music to them, make the heads go pop from the radio." Then, slowly but surely, the door of the flying saucer opened like a tongue unrolling. And then down the gangplank walked an alien. His head was very large and green. He had huge eyes. And you know what he had on the top of his head? Antennas. Two of them. And the alien had a very large head and a very small body. In fact, he was no bigger than the little boy in the garden. So the alien approached the little boy. The little boy had his sword ready to chop the alien if it went wrong. But then the alien said, Helen, don't interrupt the story, please.
I'm sorry.
And then the alien said, "We come in peace." And Mummy said, "Oh, that's good. Nothing to worry about then." But the little boy said, "Mummy, you mustn't trust an alien. You'll never know." But then the alien produced a little box wrapped up in gift paper with a ribbon around it and gave it to the little boy. "Look out," said the little boy, "it could be a bomb." No, Mummy said, "They look like they're friendly if they're giving you a present." So the little boy sat down and opened the box. The box was about as big as a football, maybe a bit bigger. And as he opened the top of the box, he heard a whirring sound like this. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What could it be? What do you think it is?
Is it ghost?
Nope. Slowly, out of the box, something started to come out of the box. Ooh, making a buzzing noise. Ooh, ooh. It was round, and it had lights all round it, and it was shaped like a plate. Can you guess what it was? It was a toy flying saucer. And the alien said to the little boy, "This is a present from our planet to you. That's a thank you present for letting us land in your garden." And the little boy started to think maybe these aliens aren't as dangerous as I feared. So he put down his sword, but he was not very sure about the radio. Maybe he should keep the radio to play loud music at them if they started to get aggressive. Well, the alien pointed to the radio and said, "What's that?" So the little boy said, "That's a radio. If you turn it on, you can play music." And the alien said, "Ah, yes, I've heard about music. I like music. Can I have some music, please? So the little boy said, no, if I turn it on, your head will explode. It'll go pop and it'll be full of green slime inside the glass case on the top of your head. And the alien said, oh, you must have been talking about the Martians. Only Martians' heads explode. I come from the planet Pluto, the furthest planet away in the solar system. On Pluto, our heads don't explode. We like music. So, the little boy turned on the radio. And it was some nice dance music. In fact, it was one of the little boy's favourite songs. What is your favourite song?
My favourite is Frère Jacques.
Frère Jacques. And in fact, that's exactly what was being sung. Shall we sing it together for the Martian, for the alien?
Yes.
Shall we start? You start. Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous. You sing with me. Sonnez les matines, sonnez les matines. What comes next?
Ding dong.
Ding dang dong.
Ding dong dong.
Okay, now you sing it to me one more time, all by yourself.
Ding dong.
Now you start with.
Ding dang dong, ding dang dong.
Anyway, the alien said, oh, that's a wonderful song. I really like that song. And he took the little boy by the hand, and the little boy and the alien started to dance to the songs on the radio. They had a really good time dancing together. And they were dancing, waving their arms in the air, jumping up and down, jigging their feet, twirling around, spinning. I mean, every kind of jive movement you can think of on the dance floor. They had a lovely time. And then the little boy said to his mummy, Mummy, can we give the alien something to eat? And Mummy said, well, don't you realise this alien comes from Pluto? I'm sure they don't eat the same food as us. They must eat something completely different on Pluto. And the alien said, sure, the food on Pluto, it's a bit different from yours because our food is very, 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 very cold. But I wouldn't mind tasting some hot food. Some of your food. So Mummy said to the little boy, all right, we'll make some food for the alien. What do you think he would like? And what do you think the answer was? What do you think the little boy would give to the alien as food? What food?
Rice.
Rice. And what would he have with the rice?
Biscuit.
Biscuits? So that's what they did. They got some plates out. One for Mummy, one for the little boy, and one for the alien. And they put on the plates rice and biscuits.
I like biscuit and rice.
And then the little boy gave the alien a knife and fork. And Mummy had a knife and fork.
We'll go to bed.
But the alien said, what's that? And the little boy said, it's a knife and fork. And the alien said, I'd never seen one of those. On my planet, we use chopsticks. Chopsticks, said the little boy, what are those? So Mummy explained that chopsticks are two sticks which you use to eat your food. It's very hard to use chopsticks. But the little boy gave the alien some chopsticks. And he showed the little boy how to use chopsticks. And then the little boy started to use chopsticks, just as if he was Chinese. Can you believe it? He was really good at it. And then it was nearly time for bed. So the alien said he had to fly back to his planet, Pluto, and the little boy had to go to his bed. So the little boy said goodbye to the alien, to his new friend, and the alien said goodbye to the little boy. And the little boy said, "Wait a minute, I want you to give you a present to take back to your planet." And he rushed down to his playroom and found one of his favourite toys to give to the alien. Now, what do you think it was, the favourite toy?
It's a helicopter.
Exactly. He got his big red helicopter and gave it to the alien. Alien didn't know what it was, but the little boy showed him how to fly a helicopter by spinning the rotary blades on top, and showed him how it could lower a winch going down with a hook to pick things up if it had to pick things up on the ground where it couldn't land. And the little boy showed him how to fly the helicopter. And the alien was so pleased, he gave the little boy a big kiss, said thank you very much indeed, and got back into his flying saucer. Then the door closed, the rolling tongue, as it looked like, for the door, slowly rolled up, and the door was closed and sealed. Then the flying saucer started to make a whirring sound, and the lights started flashing all around it. Lights were going on and off, and slowly it lifted up into the air, and in a flash of lightning it was gone, and it was gone in the direction of Pluto in the sky. And that was the end of the flying saucer. And the only thing left that the little boy had to show for it was his flying saucer, which he played with all by himself. And the good thing about the flying saucer was whatever the little boy wanted to do, the flying saucer would do it. He didn't have to press any buttons. He only had to think about it. If he thought the flying saucer should go up, it went up. If he thought it should go left, it went left. If he thought it ought to go right, it would go right. If he wanted it to go forward, it would go forwards. And if he wanted it to go backwards, it would go backwards. And the little boy then asked the flying saucer to show him the way to the bed. Now, the little boy knew the way to the bed. Of course, he knows where his bed is. But he wanted to see if the flying saucer could show him. And sure enough, the flying saucer went up, lifted off the table, went round and round, flashing its lights, and started to go up the stairs to the bedroom. And then it landed at the end of the boy's bed and settled down at the end of his bed. And the little boy knew that his favourite friend was now the flying saucer, and he went to bed with the flying saucer just behind his feet. And that's the end of the story. And they all lived happily ever after. Did you like the story?
Yeah.
That's the end. Tell the same story again. We always get that, don't we?
Daddy, Mommy, feed me. Daddy, feed me, Daddy.
What's that?
Mommy, feed me.
That's bad, isn't it? She's feeding you. You should be able to feed yourself. You're not a goose. We don't have to put food down your throat, do we? You know where your mouth is.
I'm not a goose.
No, you're not a goose. Only we might feed geese, but we wouldn't feed you.
Right.
Do you know what noise a goose makes?
Yes. I don't know.
It goes gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble. Okay, I stand protected. Not protected. Corrected.
Can I watch a ghost?
Can you watch a ghost?
A goose?
A goose. Oh, can you watch a goose? Maybe Mummy will show you a goose later this evening on YouTube if you're good. And go to bed quickly.
하나 give me goose. Good boy. Good boy. Phil Daddy，你今天吃什么啦？吃了什么？今天在上课你吃了一个雪糕 ，ice cream，还吃了什么 croissant？
Croissant à chocolat.
哇 ，croissant au chocolat。
Okay, my little boy, you're speaking Chinese, French, and English all together. We hardly know what language you're talking anymore.
Okay.
Okay, Aiden, good night, my little boy. Good night, my little boy.
Good night, Daddy.
Bye. You can press the button.
See you later. I will call you.
Yes, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm here.